Chapter number 1, Introduction to Electronics. Electronics and its scope. Electronics is the branch of engineering and technology. It deals with the electrical and electronic circuit consisting of electronic components such as resistors, capacitors, inductors, vacuum tubes, transistors, diodes, IC associated with all passive and also active components. The word electronics is derived from the subatomic particle electron, and the word electron and electricity is derived from the Greek term electron, which means amber. Till around 1960, the electronics was the branch of engineering and physics. Due to the tremendous advancement over the last few decades, electronics has now gained its rightful place. The electronics is broadly classified into two types, namely analog electronics and digital electronics. Everyone familiar with electronic goods like television, telephone, mobile phones, computers, etc. Development of electronics. Well, in that development of electronics, first we have to discuss about vacuum tube devices. Electronics began its origin in 1904 when J. A. Fleming developed a vacuum tube diode having two electrodes, namely anode and cathode. Useful electronics came in 1906 when vacuum tube triode was invented by Lee de Forest. Vacuum tube found their application in the early generation electronic device such as TV, radio and early computers. Structure of vacuum tube devices is shown. Semiconductor devices. Semiconductor devices are electronic components that exploit the electronic properties of semiconductor materials, primarily silicon and germanium. And these semiconductor devices have replaced thermionic devices or vacuum devices in most of the applications. The advantages of semiconductors over vacuum tube diodes are low space and less power, and it is very reliable. Actual era of semiconductor electronics began with the inventions of the transistor in 1948. Burdeen, Breton and Shockley were awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1956 for this work. The structure of a transistor, LED, photodiode and also IC transistor is shown. Power devices. Bell Telephone Laboratory invented PNPN device in 1956, which was defined as thyristor or silicon controlled rectifier. In 1958, General Electric Company developed a commercial thyristor or SCR. SCRs are used to control high voltage DC transmission lines, high power rectifiers, single phase and three phase power converters. The structure of SCR is shown. Integrated circuits or ICs. Joe Kilby conceived the concept of building an entire electronic circuit on a single IC silicon chip. The design and fabrication of ICs is called microelectronics. All active and all passive components and their interconnections integrated on a single IC silicon chip. First IC held two transistors and subsequent advances added more and more transistors. Analog ICs and also digital ICs fabricated on this technology. We have five different types of ICs. One is called SSI, that is also called small scale integration. In this technology, we can fabricate 1 to 100 electronic components on a single IC silicon chip. Next one is MSI, that is also called medium scale integration. In this technology, we can fabricate 100 to 1000 components on a single IC silicon chip. Next one is LSI, that is also called a large scale integration. And in this case, we can fabricate 1000 to 10,000 components on a single IC silicon chip. And in the case of VLSI technology, we can fabricate 10,000 to almost 1 lakh components on a single IC silicon chip. And in the case of ultra large scale integration, we can fabricate 10 to the power of 6 components to 10 to the power of 7 components on a single IC silicon chip. The structure of ICs is shown. Applications of electronics. First one is entertainment application. Electronics plays major role in the field of entertainment, and also electronic gadgets provides entertainment and from newborn to age-old person. Radio broadcasting in the early 20th century brought the major consumer product. Example: radio, tape recorders, music systems, public addressing systems, televisions, computers and mobile phones, and also songs, movies, games, TV channels, FM channels can be played on the mobile phones to have entertainment at any time, anywhere. Some of the few electronic devices used in entertainment application is shown. Communication application. Advancement of electronics resulted in fastest communication. By mobile phones and by internet and by email, it is possible to communicate anywhere in the world within a few seconds. And with the internet, we can access information in our fingertips within few seconds. Audio, video and tape records and type of data can be sent or received within a fraction of seconds around the world. Common method of internet access include dial-up and landline, broadband, Wi-Fi, satellite and latest generation mobile phones. Some of the few electronic devices used in communication applications is shown. Defense applications. Most of the electronics and communication devices are invented and used for military purpose in the beginning. Later they came into public use. Electronic circuits provide secret communication between headquarters and also its sub-units. For defense, sub-unit for defense. Radar, sonar, infrared systems are used to detect and also locate the enemy jet fighters, warships and also submarines. Electronic circuits are used to control the aiming and firing guns and also guided missiles. Industrial applications. Electronic circuits are used in industry to control the thickness, weight and also moisture content of the product. Electronic control systems with programmed chips controls the task of machine and also check the accuracy level. Electronics fire alarm, smoke detectors, CC camera provides security in industrial side. Medical applications. The development of medical electronic equipments provides better health care. Doctors and scientists are finding new uses of electronic system in the diagnosis and also treatment of different diseases. Some of the biomedical electronic equipments are ECG, that is also called electrocardiogram. Next one is EEG, that is also called electroencephalograph. X-rays, ultrasound scanning machine, digital thermometers, glucometers are few important medical applications. Some medico-electronic devices is shown in the diagram. Other applications of electronic system are in education field, in transport industry, administration, security systems, banking sector, household and kitchen and also in the office.